mushroom folks come from Native American fiction that I write. I wanted to bring them into our world to talk about some social issues. Ryan Walters seems to have a real problem with teaching about historical facts that happened in our country. They're trying to teach American history in a way that's a little more gentle so we don't hurt Ryan Walters' feelings. The mushroom folks are just presenting American history in a sort of hidden, not so hidden way that shows what might have really happened, even though Ryan Walters doesn't seem to want to teach these facts in Oklahoma public schools. So that's kind of why the mushroom folks came about. I started actually doing music, and I've always dabbled in art, but whenever COVID hit, I couldn't gig anymore for a period of time there, so I started doing artwork in the garage. It was great fun, and Becky and I started making these woodcut inlays, and that's how we started with that. I work in this medium that's called marquetry, but I've delved into some other aspects of it, making some of the pieces dimensional marquetry is what I call it. But it's real thin pieces of wood. They're like a 1/42 of an inch thick. And we cut them all hand cut with a scroll saw and an X-Acto knife. We don't use laser machines, it's all handwork.
What we do is Gregg will come up with the concept or the idea, and we will compile very thin pieces of colored veneer wood. Some of them are exotic and interesting woods, like African mahogany and things like that. And there were these really thin pieces, and we'll bind them and cut them out with a jigsaw, and then we just puzzle piece them together and glue them up and finish them. So that allows us to make several prints out of one go on the saw. And helping Gregg is great. He's really inventive and colorful, and we get to hang out and joke around and use the saw all day and listen to music. You know, he's been a musical artist around here for quite some time. So it's great to work with Gregg on this.
Yeah, we're going to be in New Mexico at the Indigenous Festival, the Pathways Indigenous Festival in Santa Fe in August. We're really looking forward to that show. It's going to be great. And then we'll be doing a lot of Native American shows, the Cherokee show in Tulsa, Cherokee Art Market. And there'll be some Chickasaw Nation shows that we'll do. I'm Choctaw, so there'll be a Choctaw show that we're going to be doing down in Durant.
This particular installation is awesome to me because, you know, there's a lot of crazy stuff going around in politics right now, and you know, Gregg usually does fun, silly pieces, but it's fun to do a more serious venture like this. My favorite piece is the mushroom archers. I love those ladies. They're so strong and vibrant. I like some of the more severe pieces that he's made, like Ruby over there. That's one of my favorites. It's kind of fun when a 6-year-old came in a couple of days ago and he knew exactly who she was and the story behind it and everything. It's kind of inspiring, and to know that the younger generation knows about racial politics like that, you know. The Railroad Gentlemen over here, they're probably my favorite piece, and they mean a lot to me because a lot of Gregg's music I grew up listening to involved trains. If you grow up in Norman, the train comes through about 4 or 5 times a day in the middle of the night. It's almost like a lullaby.
My friend, the train.
So a lot of Gregg's music has influences. One of his albums is called Trains and the People on Them. I can't help but think that was inspired by his love of trains.
What's your favorite piece tonight?
Probably this one.
It is amazing.
Yeah, I love the 3-dimensional, bright colors, all the detail. This piece right here.
I've got to say, it might actually be this one here, which might just be a little off camera, but it might be that guy there.
When we walked in, it caught my eye because of the airplanes that are all over the place.
Yeah.
And this one, interactively going that way.
Are you an artist yourself?
I am an artist.
Okay, what do you do?
I've been a commercial artist for 45 years. I paint murals and portraits and decorative, faux and decorative finishes. So yeah, I can really appreciate this color and design.
I'm an actor and a writer.
Okay,
Yeah,
oh, you write.
I do. I write plays. I try to write plays.
An artist of the written word, not so much visual design, but I'm a writer, yes, which is how kind of Greg and I will talk about a lot of that stuff whenever we run into each other at kind of these events and Ren fairs or what have you.
What would you say to inspire other artists as an artist yourself?
Oh my gosh, just let your imagination run wild. Don't be afraid to go outside the box, outside the lines. Trees can be purple, they don't all have to be green. Just be creative.
You're gonna hit a lot of roadblocks, and you're gonna think it's the end of the world. You gotta, sort of have a bit of a moment, come to yourself, push through whatever kind of blocks or struggles you're going through. It can be hard, especially if you don't know where to go or what to do with what you're working on. But you're gonna overcome them eventually, and you're gonna make something beautiful if you put your mind to it.
There's this quote behind me that has to do with like getting in line with the current of things, and I think that's what being an artist is. And so I think opening yourself up to the current that already exists instead of like worrying so much about like reaching a certain level of like material success. I think, yeah.
I'd ask him if he liked cream or sugar, or no, I wouldn't really. Yeah, I'd like to ask Ryan why he feels like his certain brand of spirituality is so needs to be forced upon everybody else. And I don't think it's even spiritual. I think it's more of a political stunt for him. The teachings of Christ are beautiful. I love them. I think they're awesome, and I try to work by those. But I also try and work by the teachings of Buddha, and I love so many different aspects of certain spiritual programs, and man, they're wonderful. But when you start trying to tell people how they can dress and how they can be and what they can be taught, and you can't do this and you can't do that because my version of God says that's bad, then there's a problem there.
But crossing the plains, she's coming for us. My friend, the train, and everyone's welcome.